In the hushed corridors of Buckingham Palace and the exclusive circles of royal confidants, a tantalizing rumor has begun to circulate, one that could redefine the very essence of the British monarchy. Insiders are buzzing with speculation that upon ascending to the throne, Prince William might embark on a daring initiative never attempted by any future king, bestowing prestigious royal titles upon his wife's parents, Carol and Michael Middleton. This unassuming couple, who raised a woman destined to become queen, might soon be treated with the honors typically reserved for the aristocracy. Yet this narrative transcends mere power plays or status symbols. It delves into the profound realms of loyalty, deep-seated affection, and the nurturing family dynamic that William himself was deprived of during his formative years. If he follows through, the fallout could reverberate through the royal establishment, challenging centuries-old norms and reshaping public perceptions of the crown. To truly comprehend the weight of this moment, we must first explore the lives of the Middletons, a family whose story epitomizes resilience and quiet dignity in a world obsessed with spectacle. The Middletons stand in stark contrast to the blue-blooded elite or the entrenched upper crust of British society. They are quintessential middle-class achievers from the charming village of Bucklebury in Berkshire, a place far removed from the gilded halls of Windsor Castle. Carol and Michael Middleton did not inherit fortunes or titles. They built their empire through sheer determination, ingenuity, and an unwavering commitment to hard work. Their journey began in the 1980s when they founded Party Pieces, a modest mail-order business specializing in party supplies. What started as a small-scale operation blossomed into a multi-million-pound conglomerate, thanks to their savvy marketing, customer-centric approach, and relentless drive. Carol, with her organizational prowess and warm demeanor, handled the creative and operational sides, while Michael, a former British Airways flight dispatcher, brought logistical expertise and a grounded perspective. Their success wasn't handed to them, it was earned, reflecting the aspirational spirit of modern Britain. When their daughter Catherine, affectionately known as Kate, married Prince William in a fairy tale ceremony at Westminster Abbey in 2011, the Middletons seamlessly transitioned into the orbit of the world's most scrutinized family. Unlike some relatives who might have courted fame or controversy, they embraced their new roles with grace and restraint. No tabloid scandals marred their path, no opportunistic interviews flooded the media, and no headlines screamed for attention. Instead, they provided steadfast, unconditional support, particularly to William, whose childhood had been marred by instability. The prince, having lost his mother, Princess Diana, in a tragic accident in 1997 and witnessed his parents' acrimonious divorce, had long craved the kind of stable, loving environment that the Middletons offered. Their home in Bucklebury became a refuge, a place where palace protocols gave way to genuine warmth, laughter, and familial bonds untainted by royal expectations. Those closest to the future king paint a vivid picture of his relationship with the Middletons as something far more profound than obligatory in-law pleasantries. To William, Carol and Michael represent the epitome of the normal family he never had. Their household wasn't governed by the stifling etiquette of royal life or plagued by public upheavals. It was a sanctuary of comfort, joy, and maternal care. William has been quoted in private circles as cherishing the sense of belonging he found in Kate's world, often describing the Middletons as the stabilizing force that helped him navigate the complexities of royal duty. This emotional connection, royal experts assert, has fostered a deep-seated loyalty that could propel him toward a decision altering the course of history. They welcomed him not merely as a prince, but as a son, offering the kind of nurturing that transcends titles and bloodlines. According to a chorus of palace insiders, William has engaged in confidential discussions about the possibility of honoring Carol and Michael with official titles once he assumes the crown. Monarchs throughout history have wielded the authority to grant such distinctions to individuals deemed worthy, but this scenario would represent a seismic shift. Never before has a sovereign elevated in-laws from a non-aristocratic, middle-class background into the peerage. Speculation swirls around the nature of these titles, perhaps something symbolic and evocative, like Earl and Countess of Bucklebury, paying homage to their humble origins in that idyllic village. Such a gesture would publicly acknowledge their unwavering support for William and Catherine, as well as their instrumental role in raising the next generation of royals, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. It would be a nod to their contributions to the monarchy's future, blending personal gratitude with institutional recognition. Of course, this bold idea has ignited fierce debate within royal circles. Traditionalists, who view titles as sacred relics passed down through generations of noble lineage, are vocal in their opposition. They argue that bestowing peerages based on marriage or sentiment could undermine the monarchy's prestige, blurring the sacred boundaries between true aristocracy and fleeting celebrity culture. If anyone, regardless of pedigree, can be elevated to earl or countess, what becomes of the millennia-old traditions that have defined British nobility? Critics point to historical precedents, such as the careful curation of honors by Queen Elizabeth II, who prioritized service and lineage over personal ties. They fear that William's move could cheapen the institution, inviting accusations of favoritism and eroding public trust in a time when the monarchy already faces scrutiny over issues like diversity and relevance. On the other side of the argument, proponents see William's potential decision as a progressive leap forward. They contend that it would modernize the crown, emphasizing that loyalty, hard work, and genuine service hold greater value than inherited privilege or aristocratic pedigree.
Quite like
in an
this.
Era where the monarchy
Insiders say it started small, a private call here, a shared vision there, but it snowballed into something monumental. And at the heart of it all, the Princess of Wales, whose grace under pressure has become the monarchy's secret weapon. This isn't just about handshakes and headlines, it's a story of how one woman's resilience can bridge oceans, mend fences, and even move a king to tears of quiet pride. As we rewind to the lead-up, you'll see how Catherine's personal journey wove itself into the fabric of international goodwill, proving once again that true power often lies not in proclamations, but in the power of presence. To truly grasp the magnitude of this parliamentary pledge, we have to dig into the soil of UK-Australia relations, a tapestry woven with threads of adventure, alliance, and the occasional tug-of-war. Flashback to the early 2020s, when the world was still shaking off the shadows of a pandemic, and Brexit had left the UK scanning the horizon for steadfast partners. Treaty. Instead, Albanese unveiled an unprecedented beneficial cooperation package, layered with initiatives that went beyond steel and submarines. Think joint mental health programs drawing on Australia's pioneering work in youth resilience, co-funded environmental restoration projects targeting the Great Barrier Reef and UK coastal defences, and even cultural exchanges blending Indigenous Australian knowledge with British heritage preservation. The value, estimated at over £15 billion in mutual investments over the next decade, with immediate pledges for tech transfers that could slash carbon emissions by 20% in key sectors. Parliament erupted in applause, but the real shockwave hit London. Diplomats who had braced for incremental gains were floored. This isn't just cooperation, one Foreign Office source confided to The Times. She highlighted how UK-Australia synergy could amplify global efforts on child well-being amid climate threats, drawing parallels to her own family's grounding in nature. The response, swift and sincere. Albanese, a father himself, found common ground in her authenticity. Her words cut through the noise, he later reflected in a closed-door briefing. This wasn't overt lobbying, mind you. The royals steer clear of that. It was influence distilled, genuine, empathetic, impossible to ignore. By September, as Parliament convened, the seeds had sprouted into something seismic, setting the stage for Albanese's game-changing address. Let's transport ourselves to that worldwide as clips of the speech racked up millions of views. Royal forums lit up with speculation. Was this the soft power payoff? Had Catherine's cancer journey, her advocacy for unseen struggles, truly swayed a sovereign state? The answer, as we'd learn, was a resounding yes. Yet, this moment didn't emerge in isolation. It was the culmination of back-channel brilliance, where personal rapport trumped protocol. Now that the dust has settled on Albanese's address, let's break down the meat of this monumental offer, because it's not hyperbole to say it could redefine prosperity on both sides of the equator. At its core, with billions pledged, jobs blooming, and hearts mended across divides, the UK emerges stronger, its alliances no longer relics, but revitalised engines of progress. Catherine's role, a masterstroke in soft power, proving that in diplomacy's grand game, empathy trumps edicts every time. King Charles's thanks underscores the familial core that sustains it all, a reminder that behind the pomp beats a network of quiet cheers. Looking ahead, whispers abound of joint ventures. Catherine headlining a 2026 Sydney summit on family futures. William championing Earthshot tie-ins with Aussie innovators. Republican rumbles may persist, but polls show her star power quelling them, with 68% of Aussies viewing the royals more favourably post-event. Its modernisation manifests years, with ROI projected in healthier workforces and tourism booms. Critics might call it ambitious, but backers point to the Geelong Treaty's early wins, like the 7,000 jobs unlocked since July. What's unprecedented here isn't the scale alone, though that's staggering. It's the intimacy, the weaving of personal well-being into national strategy. Sources close to the talks reveal Albanese's team pored over Catherine's public speeches, even her 2024 Christmas message on resilience, adapting phrases into policy vernacular. She gave us permission to prioritise people over power plays, admitted a senior aide. This isn't defined her role. When palace press officers fielded queries, they deferred. The princess is honoured by the recognition, but credits collaborative spirits. This modesty only amplified her sway, turning skeptics into supporters. In a realm where influence is often loud, Catherine's is a whisper that echoes, proving that true catalysis comes from connection, not command, and it touched the highest echelons, moving a monarch to unprecedented candour. In the gilded quiet of Buckingham Palace, where echoes of history linger in every corridor, King Charles found himself at a rare loss for the formal flourish that defines his reign. The news from Canberra landed steel wrapped in silk, confided a long-time courtier. This thanks wasn't mere protocol, it was paternal pride, a quiet affirmation amid Republican murmurs in realms like Australia. It rippled through the family, William beaming in private calls, the children crafting thank-you drawings for Auntie Jiggy's Aussie pals. In thanking Catherine, Charles didn't just honour her, he highlighted a lineage of quiet influences, from his mother's steadfast poise to his son's grounded vision.